Today I'm watching Firefly episode 8. Episode 7 was all about Jayne. We learned a little bit about his life before he joined Serenity. Apparently he's been this idol on this planet for the past few years because the townspeople think he stole from the rich to give to the poor when actually he was just trying to save his own butt and empty some cargo off of his flight. I'm really enjoying this series so far. Each episode I find we're learning a little bit more and more about each character, which just makes the story even more compelling. Learning everybody's backstories. It's a little bit bittersweet though because I know there's only the one season and I feel like we've just barely scratched the surface on what this could hold. And we're learning a little bit about the universe that they're in and all the different elements and everything in it, so I'm just really enjoying the series. But I'm trying to pace myself and enjoy the episodes as much as possible because I know they're so limited. Thank you so much for sharing this first time watching with me. If you're ever curious about what kind of gear I use or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link in the description below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and check back often for more awesome content. The ship's abandoned? What's going on? Oh no! Flashbacks?
I know what we're gonna call her. Got a name all picked out.
Okay, so a flashback to when Zoe and Mal first walked the ship. Okay, and now Mal's lying on the floor. I don't know what's going on. I like the flashback, that was cute. Oh no! What are we doing here?
Kiss and tap.
So there is kissing.
Hey Doc, I think Kaylee may need your help after all. Care to make the first incision, Doctor?
Oh, it's his birthday? That's so cute. Aww. Our first birthday on the ship?
In fact, it's pretty much what we just had for dinner. But I tried to get the frosting as chocolatey tasting as possible, so.
Oh, that's so sweet. Kaylee made him a cake.
I'm very, very deeply moved. Thank you.
Well, deeply move yourself to blow out them candles so we can try a slice.
Jayne's like, just give me the cake already.
Okay, right.
Oh my god, what's going on?
Do it now!
What? There's this fireball raging towards them? The lights went out and then it sounded like a generator kicked in or something?
Where do you think you're going?
Zoe's been badly hurt. I need my medical supplies.
Sorry, Doc. Nobody leaves. Everything's sealed up tight.
Oh gosh. A fire tornado? What? Oh, he's trying to push it out into space? Okay. Okay, so they're clearly going back and forth between what just happened and present day. Oh, poor Zoe, no!
I'm not leaving her side, Mal.
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't ask me again.
Yeah. Don't think he's going anywhere.
I was telling.
Nita.
I don't think that's a very kind word, whatever that means. I don't feel like Wash is gonna forget that one anytime soon.
It's all very doable.
Shouldn't be a problem at all.
Look at that mustache! Oh my.
There's something comes up against a list of recommendations as long as my leg. Tanaka raves about this guy. Renshaw's been trying to get him on a scoop from him. And we need us a pilot.
I understand, sir. He bothers me.
Not enough to get marry him, apparently.
Get her husband out here.
Cool. What do you need, Doc? That drawer, right there. That's the one.
What is it?
Adrenaline?
Pure adrenaline.
Yeah, we're going Pulp Fiction in here. Whoa! I'm very concerned that he is the only one who's walking and somewhat functioning. Oh, he's gonna give himself a shot of adrenaline. Okay, that's a lot to think about. Yep. Oh God. Oh, that's a big needle. Cheese and crackers. Oh.
That's worse than just the coil.
How can it be worse?
Main life support's down on account of the engine being dead.
Right, but we got auxiliary life support.
No, we don't.
Uh-oh.
Ain't even on. Explosion must have knocked it out.
Uh-oh.
So what are we breathing?
Whatever got pumped into the atmo before the explosion shut it all down.
That seems dangerous.
Well, whatever's left is what we got.
How long?
Couple of hours.
Oh gosh.
Start to feel it, and then we won't feel nothing at all.
Oh my goodness, that's awful. Yeah, so the explosion locked out their life support supply, so now they only have a couple hours of oxygen left and their ship's just aimlessly floating into space. This is awful.
I always thought the name Serenity had a vaguely funereal sound to it.
It kind of does.
This ship. I had from the first moment I saw it.
I just don't want to die on it.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you.
I want to die at all.
Suffocation is not exactly the most dignified way to go. The human body will...
Please, I don't really require clinical description right now.
Yeah, I can imagine it's not a pretty sight when you run out of oxygen.
It was my birthday.
Oh, dying on your birthday. Nope, nope.
Here. I will die gasping. But we won't. It's not going to happen.
Okay, that's good. She seemed to predict the fire, so maybe she's right. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Thought we were, you know, having a positive moment there, but nope. Is this Kaylee?
Esther? Esther? Esther!
Or was this pre-Kaylee as he was the mechanic before she got there?
Oh, no. Yeah, she likes engines.
Literally or metaphorically?
Ain't nothing wrong with your grab boot. Grab boot's just fine. Hello.
Okay, so this is how we met Kaylee?
No.
This. I'm pointing right at it.
Okay, so it's interesting to see how the crew all met each other and how they came to be the crew that they are now. Interesting to learn those backstories. Okay.
I just gotta ask my folks. Don't leave without me.
Wow. What do you need two mechanics for?
He doesn't.
Don't.
Yeah, exactly. You just got fired, sir.
I can hardly see my home. Alright. Where's your car?
That's the part he was carrying around in the previous shots, right?
It don't fit no more.
Well, you gotta figure a way to make it fit.
Sometimes a thing gets broke, can't be fixed.
Without this, engine don't turn?
I feel like sometimes he asks the impossible from his crew. I feel like he's just like, well, not my problem, figure it out, you know, and it's like, sometimes it's not that simple, and I feel like he might put these unrealistic expectations on them. Yeah, no, he's got to figure it out, because I don't know where Kaylee is. I don't know why he's bleeding either. Well, that frickin' sucked.
Doc, you and your sis arrived with Wash and Zoe's. Zoe still needs some doctoring.
He's gonna stay with the ship. He's the captain.
Like you said, someone might answer the beacon. And when they do, I want to make sure that you can call everyone back. Won't take but a minute.
Okay, so the team's splitting up and they're going to two separate shuttles.
Let's get moving.
Oh, because that's their best chance of survival, is if the shuttles will have oxygen and heat and all that stuff, so they're going to go separate directions. I don't like the team splitting up like this.
Well, I'll be sure to take all that into consideration while I review the application.
Don't be ridiculous. You're going to rent this shuttle to me.
Am I?
Yes. And for 1/4 less than your asking price.
Oh my, quite the negotiator.
It is. A certain respectability.
Respect him.
Based on what little I've seen of your operation, I
I suspect that's something you could use.
Haha! She's not wrong.
You don't have to die alone.
Oh.
Everybody dies alone.
What is the last time they see each other? Oh gosh. This episode's stressing me out. Always one for words, that Jayne. Yeah, tearful goodbye. Yeah, as to be expected. Well, I hope one of the shuttles can find help or something. Or if one of them does and the other one doesn't, like this, this episode is pulling on the old heartstrings. Yeah, and even if they're on the shuttle, they're not guaranteed safety. Like, they could run into nothing and then just, you know, the shuttle will run out of fuel eventually too. And they were just having a cute little family dinner like hours ago. But I've really enjoyed the flashbacks. Like, we got to see how we met the companion and Kaylee. Like, those have been really great in telling the story. I just hope it's not the last of how we tell the story. Yeah, and this is the first time we've seen something ever, like, every time there's been something wrong with the ship, they've been able to fix it, or Kaylee's been able to find a solution for it. This is the first time where they're like, we have no solutions. No matter what we do, we can't fix this right now without seeking further help.
Firefly's ready.
Wake up! Oh. Or is it going to be friendly even if they do show up?
I don't expect to see any weapons when we board.
And I do expect to see that engine part before I open the door.
I feel like maybe we can do business.
Okay, good. He's found some help. Obviously, this other ship is a bit apprehensive because it could be a trap, but it seems like they've come to an agreement and they're going to help each other out. Okay, so he's got this new part, but unfortunately Kaylee's not there to help him install it, so he's got to figure that out. Oh gosh. Or they're just going to be jerks and point guns at him. Oh, why couldn't they just help him out?
Anybody on board not supposed to be? You shoot him.
I think we were going to be reasonable about this.
Reason? He's going to talk to us about reason now.
Nah, that's a joke.
So they met Jayne?
Not no sad seven.
Private room?
Jayne! Your own room, full one of the kitchen, whole shot.
Jayne, ain't asking.
Whoa!
Shut up.
A bigger room.
Ship's clear, Captain.
So they met Jayne because they got out of a hostage situation and convinced Jayne that they could offer him a better deal?
So you take a look around, decide what you think is fair. Already decided.
Get this plugged in. Jesse, call Stern over here. You and him are gonna pilot this pilot ghost.
No!
We'll get it as far as... Jesse? Don't call Stern.
They shot the captain. Oh, God. These jerks are just gonna take over his ship and leave him to die. Now he's on a ship with no oxygen, no medic, no mechanic, and just this part that he doesn't know how to install. And he's also bleeding from his belly. Good, 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 good. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm glad he got rid of them, but frick, now what are you gonna do? Probably that. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh gosh. This episode's just is this a two-part episode? I mean, like, what are we doing here? It's like I need to start taking mechanic lessons from Kaylee. Jeez. Come on, Captain, you can do it. Stay with us. Yes, yes, you got it. Yay! Yay, it worked! Okay, well now at least he won't die from lack of oxygen, just the gunshot wound sitting in his belly. He's like, I regret having such a big ship now. Everything's so far away. No! Come on, he's so close.
Everybody does it.
I'll run up there and scrape off the bees.
They came back on their own?
Welcome back, sir.
Yay, they all came back. Oh, thank God. I was so worried.
How are you all off the ship? I call you back?
No, man, you didn't.
I took full responsibility, Carol.
Your decision saved your life.
Yeah, obviously.
It was my pleasure, sir.
Well, hey, you know, we'd have been back first if there's something wrong with Inara's shuttle. She's done something to it now. It's Mel's fault.
I told you that's incense.
You're gonna be here when I wake up.
Aww, he cares. So that was my first time watching Firefly episode 8, and man, what an intense episode. I don't think I've been that stressed out since I thought River and Simon were possibly gonna die when they were being burned at the stake like on a witch trial. So it started off with flashbacks, which I really liked. We got to see Mal and Zoe come on the ship for the first time, and Zoe's a little apprehensive and Mal's trying to sell her on this idea. And it was interesting to find out that it was the two of them who started this. They haven't really explored how the crew found each other. We just only seen them together, so it was great to finally see the backstory and learn more about each of the individual characters and how they all came to be. We learned Jayne's backstory and how he basically became aboard the ship when Mal and Zoe were in trouble, and he's like, you know what, actually I'll pay you more than this con man's paying you, and you can come on board with us, you'll get your own room, which seemed to be a big selling point for Jayne. And then he just like shot the other guy he was with and came on board. I think that's a very true to who Jayne's character is. That shows like, yeah, he's always been this way. He will go with whoever has the best offer. Just like in the previous episodes we saw, he was wanting to maybe leave the ship or take out the captain or something along those lines. So I still believe if somebody came along and offered him a better offer, he'd be gone. But it's definitely cool to see that backstory and how the team kind of all came together. We also saw the companion's backstory, how she came in and was very direct on what she wanted, which I feel like is important in her line of work, and very clear on like, these are my expectations, this is what I would like, and this is the price I'm willing to pay for it. And I don't know if the captain was expecting such a direct conversation, but it was really nice to see that how they first came together and how they kind of, their bond has grown over the years. Maybe he wasn't expecting to actually like the person that was going to be renting out the shuttle. Maybe he just thought, hey, I need someone to rent out the space. I don't really care who it is. I'm just doing it for the money. And I think it's grown into a little bit more of a companionship and maybe even something more romantic than that. Kaylee's backstory I wasn't really expecting. It did have to do with being a mechanic and being on the ship, but she was having sex with the previous mechanic on board, and Kaylee always seemed so sweet and innocent. I think it was just a little bit of, I wasn't expecting to hear her having sex with this guy on board, and then all of a sudden she's able to fix the problem that the previous mechanic had no idea what was going on, and Mal quickly sees that she's clearly talented and a great mechanic and has a great eye for these things, and he kicks out the previous mechanic and hires Kaylee on the spot. And in my mind, I think I had always imagined that Zoe and Wash had been married when they came to the ship, like they applied for the same job because they were married, but that's not what happened at all. Zoe met Wash when he was applying to become the pilot, and it's pretty funny because she's just like, yeah, he's annoying me, like, I don't know, there's something I don't like about this guy, and then of course they end up getting married. So that was cute little backstory to see how they met. And in this episode we really saw, I think everybody's loyalty was really tested in this. Mal decided to, when everything's going wrong with the ship, he decides, you know what, you guys go off, save yourselves, I'm gonna stay here with the ship, I'm gonna try and find help, and if I find help, I'll call you guys back. So he splits the teams up into 2 groups of 4, and he's the 9th person, so he's going to stay behind, even though I'm sure there would have been room for a 5th person in one of the shuttles if they really wanted to. It doesn't seem like a big deal breaker at this point, but they go off in their separate directions, and then I guess, I don't know if the shuttles have communication between the 2 of them, or if the both shuttles just at the same time, or both decided to come back to the main ship and that they weren't going to leave their captain, and that it was kind of, you know what, we're not going to leave him. He's all by himself. We're going to go back and see if he's in trouble, which he definitely was. He definitely needed their help. He wasn't able to press the button to call back the shuttle, so it's a good thing they came back. Obviously, they care about their captain a lot. And I think it was interesting to show, I know Mal sent them away to save themselves, and he's going to sacrifice himself to save the ship, and he wants to prioritize like the safety of his crew and make sure that they're okay and that they get out safely. But it was a little sad to see that he'd rather be by himself and didn't value himself and was just so determined to stay with the ship, even though there was very slim chances that help was coming, and then the help did show up. Obviously, just only made things worse. They did bring the part, which was good, but there was no guarantee he'd even know how to install it or that it would work. Like, just so many risk factors involved, and he's just taking that big risk to stay on the ship by himself. And I think it kind of said, hey, I'm more loyal to the ship than I am to you, because I don't want to go with you guys. I'd rather stay with my ship and go down with my ship. And the companion's like, you're not, you know, an ancient sea captain. You don't need to go die with your ship. You can escape and we can get help and come back. But I feel like him and Serenity, even though it is a ship, I feel like that's part of his identity, being the captain of this ship. And I think he'd be a little bit worried of, if I don't have this ship, who am I? And I think that might be some of his struggles. But luckily, they all ended up back together. I was worried that maybe one ship would come back, maybe we'd have a different crew for some positions, because they wouldn't, their shuttle would just stop running or whatever, and they wouldn't make it back. Yeah, and it was nice to see how much they truly care about their captain, and even though he can be a bit of a hard ass sometimes, that they want him to be healthy and they want him to be safe. And I think at the end he realized how much he really does need them, and how much they are like a weird misfit family, and how much they all rely on each other, even if they are pains in the butt sometimes. You know, that's usually what happens within the family. But really great episode. I was definitely worried. To be honest, this episode kind of felt like a season finale almost. I'm not sure if that's how, when it aired, that was the order, but yeah, it just seemed like everything's going wrong. The crew's splitting up. Like, it seemed like a very final type of episode, as opposed to being like a midpoint episode, like halfway through the season. So that's why I was wondering, like, is the crew gonna come back? Are we gonna have a completely new cast for the rest of the season? Thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below and let me know. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. What? There's this fireball raging towards them? I'm very concerned that he is the only one who's walking. Oh, that's a big needle. Cheese and crackers. Can't imagine it's not a pretty sight when you run out of oxygen. Oh, why couldn't they just help him out? Ain't asking. Whoa! These jerks are just gonna take over his ship and leave him to die.